Well, hello everybody out there, welcome to another random video, and today's video is going to be Minidisc related again, and today's video is also kind of a special video, so to say. I mean, it's a special video for me. First of all, I want to thank everybody who's watching my videos. I want to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel, because I finally managed to get over 1,000 subscribers. And I know this isn't really that much these days. Usually people have, I don't know, a couple of 100,000 subscribers and sometimes even a couple of million subscribers. But, you know, I know that the videos that I make are still some kind of a niche product, so to say. And to get this many subscribers with the kind of videos that I make, well, that is an accomplishment for me. So I just wanted to thank each and every one of you. And I also want to make more Minidisc related videos in the future, but the problem is a lot of this stuff costs a lot of money. So I don't know how I should do that. Maybe I'm going to open up a Patreon page, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's what I want to do, and I also want to make more movie reviews, and I want to try to get better at it. And yeah, that's what I want to do, and I just want to thank everybody. And I also have been thinking about Minidisc, and I got my very first Minidisc device in 1998. So this means that I have been using Minidiscs almost daily for the past 20 years. Well, wow, 20 years. And, you know, I already showed you a lot of cool and interesting Minidisc stuff here on this channel. And I also think that I also showed you a lot of, well, let's say historical Minidisc stuff. I mean, I showed you the Sony MD2000, which happened to be a specially designed Minidisc in order to celebrate the new millennium. I also showed you the very first ever Minidisc device on the market, as well as the very first Minidisc deck. So I think it's only appropriate that I now show you the very first ever blank Minidisc on the market. So let's have a closer look at it. And this is it. Yes, this is the very first Minidisc that has ever been released, or at least the very first blank Minidisc. It's the Sony MDW60. And no, that name won't be of any help to really find this specific Minidisc, because Sony used this MDW for almost all their Minidiscs. So yeah, and by the way, it would be kind of interesting to figure out what exactly the W is supposed to stand for, because I don't know, it wouldn't really make that much sense if it would stand for Walkman. I mean, why call the format itself Minidisc Walkman? If it would stand for Walkman, they should have been using the MDW for their Minidisc Walkmans. But instead, their Minidisc Walkmans are usually called MZ so-and-so. And yeah, what exactly does MZ stand for? I mean, we can't even say that the M stands for Minidisc, because usually MD stands for Minidisc. But here we only have an M and a Z. So yeah, that's kind of weird. But yeah, this is the very first Minidisc, and it's also interesting to see that when it comes to the first Minidiscs, that the printing on the front of the Minidisc was actually upside down. I mean, we have this little arrow right here, so this is the way how you insert the disc. And yeah, this is the way how you normally handle a Minidisc. I mean, if we look at this one, for example, yeah, this is what a normal Minidisc looks like, with the printing facing this way. And some people think that this was some kind of a misproduction or something like this, that it was a failure, that they did it by accident, but no, they did it on purpose. So don't pay any ridiculous prices just because some people think that this was a mistake. I mean, if we look at this ad from Japan, we can see, yeah, this is the way how it's supposed to be, and we can also see that there are also pre-recorded mini discs with the printing or with the cover upside down. But if we take a look at other pre-recorded mini discs, like for example this one, we can see that they changed that over the time. But we can see that the Minidisc logo on top of here is still facing the wrong way. But you know, when it comes to other pre-recorded mini discs, they also changed that. So yeah, it's kind of weird. And yeah, like I said, they did change that because we have those mini discs right here. So they came, I don't know if they came out in the same year, 1992, or if it has been 1 year later, 1993. But you can see printing is facing the other way, and they also added this additional arrow right here, and it also says insert this end, because I'm pretty sure that many people tried to insert the mini disc that way because they didn't see the arrow. Maybe if the light isn't really bright enough, you don't see the arrow, or maybe you cover it up with your thumb. But also, if we look at, for example, this picture, which is also an ad, I believe it's from the Popular Science magazine or something like that. If we take a look at those mini discs on this picture, there is really everything wrong that could even be possibly wrong. I mean, we can see that the printing is still the other way around, so the printing is still upside down. But we already have this little indication right here that it says insert this end. And if we look at this disc right here, we can also see that little arrow indicating that this is the way how we're supposed to insert the mini disc. But the problem is, if we do that, the shutter is on the left-hand side of the disc. But this is wrong, because every time when you insert a mini disc into your device, the shutter needs to be on the right-hand side. So it's easy to see that people got really confused, and ads like this don't really help. So yeah, that's really crazy and really weird. But yeah, those are the two different kinds of discs. And also, if we turn them around, we can also see that the Minidisc logo on the back also used to face in the other direction. And not only the Minidisc logo on the back, but also the Made in Japan is also upside down. And as we can see right here, they also changed that. But, you know, this isn't really that, they didn't really change that, because if we look at those pre-recorded discs, even if the cover is facing the right way and the Minidisc logo on top is still upside down, if we turn it around, we can see the Minidisc logo is still facing upside down, and so is the track list. So you probably think, well, maybe they changed that after some time. No, they didn't. They kept it that way, and there is a reason for that. It actually makes sense. You know, at the beginning I thought, well, this is stupid. The cover is facing this way, but the track list is upside down. What's the point of that? But let's say you hold the mini disc and you want to read the track list on the back. You know, you wouldn't flip the disc around like this, because first of all, your thumb would cover up parts of the track list, and it's also, yeah, it doesn't really feel that great. But if you flip it over like this, it's a lot faster, and your thumb doesn't cover up anything, and this way the track list is facing the right way. So that's actually quite clever. and also on this one. Yeah, so they put a lot of thought into it, I would say. And the only time where the Minidisc logo is facing the right way is this rare Minidisc from Japan, where the Tracklist is actually facing sideways. Yeah, but I thought about it a little bit more. And, you know, let's say I have a Minidisc Walkman and I want to insert a Minidisc one while I'm on the go. Well, I would have to push this button right here and open it up and then insert the Minidisc. But as you can see, this way the printing would be upside down. But let's just say I would turn it around. But if I do that, all of a sudden it becomes a lot more easy to open this device because I can use one finger and push it and open it. So I don't even need the other hand. I can do it with one hand all of a sudden. And if I insert the Minidisc this way, the printing is facing the right way. So maybe that's what their intention was. So there are Minidisc Walkmans like this one, for example, that do open on the top. Well, that wasn't so great. But yeah. So I prefer them because they are a lot easier to handle if you wouldn't be as stupid as I am and drop that thing. But yes, you can do it with just one hand. So they really put a lot of thought into it, but yeah, maybe with the introduction of Minidisc decks and compact stereo systems, people got pretty confused. So yeah, that's it. This is my video about the very first Minidisc, or the very first blank Minidisc. Thanks for watching, and I see you again in the next random video. Bye!